But you know, this has got me thinking. If I'm going to do some more research on comedic mad scientists, I need to go back. Way back.
Hello?
Would you like to do a review?
No.
Oh, come on, let's collab.
Please stop.
You're always such a grump.
Okay, fine.
So get off your rump and let's start the show!
Why are you singing Frozen? That's a good way of getting your video taken down. Trust me, I know from experience. And wait a minute, aren't you and I feuding?
Huh, you know what? I really don't know. Did you happen to bitch to me about Channel Awesome on Twitter recently?
No?
Then of course we're not!
So, what are you doing here?
It's time for another BoobTube legit collab review. And this time around, you are the next critic on the chopping block.
Well, I figured as much, but what exactly do you have in mind? Because, you know, I usually review musicals, so what do you have to offer?
Oh, a tale as old as storytelling itself. A tale about love, comedy, revenge, romance, and musical numbers.
Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog?
What I am talking about is... Wait, how did you know about my grand reveal?
Lucky guess.
Written by writer/director Joss Whedon and his brothers Zach and Jed, this short film was released on Hulu in 2008 as a musical comedy drama miniseries in 3 acts, produced exclusively for internet distribution. Filmed and set in Los Angeles, the show tells the story of Dr. Horrible, who is an inspiring supervillain, his nemesis Captain Hammer, and their shared love interest. The idea was to create something small and inexpensive, yet professionally done, in a way that would circumvent the issues that were being protested during the writer's strike at the time.
So, why do you need my help? Why can't you get someone like Dr. Terrawant? I mean, comedic mad scientists all right up his alley.
Well, I would ask him, but he's still pretty upset with me reviewing his origin story on YouTube a while back, and claims that he will vaporize me if I step 1 foot into Canada.
Well, that's harsh.
I've had worse. And besides, this is a musical after all, and I figured it would be better to collaborate with someone with an extensive knowledge when it comes to musicals.
Oh, thanks.
No problem. So, as always, let's dive right into the one-hit internet wonder that is Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. The film begins with Dr. Horrible, played by Neil Patrick Harris, who starts his vlog with some good old maniacal laughter.
I'm working with a vocal coach, strengthening the
Hey, by today's standards, it's not nearly as bad as some of the other vloggers on YouTube nowadays.
But you already used that.
The doc goes over a bit of exposition as he tells his viewers that he's feeling pretty confident this year in hopes of joining the League of Evil in their criminal enterprise.
If you're gonna get into the evil League of Evil, you have to have a memorable laugh.
Oh, sorry, the Evil League of Evil. They use evil twice to convey just how evil they are. He then goes over a few emails from his fans where he received the typical asinine questions from "Whatever happened to your big plan to do this?" to "Come challenge me, bro," trolls.
Hey, at least not some of the comments I get.
But one question in particular that stuck out to the doc was why his blog's description says that he will show her the way.
The question is, who is her?
Cue the first song!
Laundry day, see you there, under things.
Freeze Ray, a very delightful and subtle way to start this musical off right. The dog explains that outside of his evil image on the internet, he is just a regular Joe named Billy, who has a crush on Penny, played by Felicia Day. The song talks about if Dr. Horrible were to use his freeze ray to stop time for a brief moment, he would tell Penny how he feels about her without the embarrassment from others.
Wanna say, love your hair. Here I go, mumbling.
Hey, the doc talks just like you when you're around women.
See, you think you're funny, but you're not.
I like this. This is cute. I want this inside of me. Oh yeah. That's good.
Honestly though, it is a well-delivered song, but the one question I have is, why does nobody recognize him as a supervillain when he's in his day clothes? Must be following Superman logic, But at least then he has glasses.
Also, I just gotta ask, are we gonna go through every one of these songs? There are a surprising number of songs in this short film, and I think we'd be talking for a very long time if we went through every single one of them.
Nah, just some of the more important ones in particular. Mostly because I don't really have enough power to repel all of the copyright strikes that are going to be derived towards me when I make this video. Dr. Horrible's Freeze Ray song abruptly ends with his sweaty roommate Moist, who strolls on in with the mail. The Doc receives a letter from the Evil League of Evil's founding member Bad Horse, who just wanted to let him know that they looked over his evaluation and are interested in letting him join the club. But in order to do so, they ask Dr. Horrible to commit an evil deed in order to strike fear into the hearts of the people as an evaluation.
Which, as it turns out, is perfect for him, as he's already planning to steal some Wonder Florium for his freeze ray. As the Doc sets up his heist in the corner of the Hollywood studio stage that you see in every show on the CW, he encounters his first obstacle with Penny, as she happens to be on that same exact corner handing out flyers to help the homeless that everyone is ignoring.
Probably because of that singing that she is terribly lip-syncing to.
Penny eventually bumps into Billy and recognizes him from the laundromat.
Hey, I know you, from the laundromat.
Wednesdays and Saturdays, except twice last month you skipped the weekend.
He's very creepy.
And it would appear that Penny is trying to get a few thousand signatures for her group to save a homeless shelter from being demolished. Billy, of course, has his own opinions on what he thinks about the homelessness in today's society, because social commentary.
Let's not dive into that right now.
Of course.
And after signing Penny's petition, Billy gets right back to the job at hand and hijacks the courier van which has the Wonder Florium that he's been looking for.
Everything seems to go quite smoothly until Obstacle 2 shows up, which so happens to be Captain Hotpants. Captain Hammer. Played by Nathan Fillion, of course.
Dude, Firefly ended 15 years ago. I know it's hard to accept, and it certainly was for me, but just let it go.
Don't hold me back anymore!
And I said no Frozen!
Ugh.
Captain Hammer intervenes, not only stopping Dr. Horrible's heist, but manages to cockblock his way into Penny's pants as the two lock eyes, singing a duet together while the Doc escapes with the Wonder Florium in hand.
Balls.
It could be worse. She could be going out with one of those annoying YouTubers who have way more subscribers than brain cells put together. Despite obtaining the Wonder Florium, Billy is upset that Penny is going out with Captain Hammer, and the two share a short duet, and the next day they chat over some yogurt with Penny telling Billy she is quite smitten with Captain Hammer and plans on seeing him again.
This, of course, angers the Doc, as he vlogs about his plan of attack on the city, which results in him getting his ass handed to him because, shockingly enough, both the law enforcement and Captain Hammer watch his vlog.
So yeah, maybe exposing your secret location, secret identity, and plans to take over the world over a daily vlog is, as Tony Stark would put it,
Not a great plan.
The League of Evil, the Evil League of Evil, send the Doc another letter letting him know that they are going to give the mad scientist one more chance if he kills someone.
This is quite troubling for the Doc, because he may be evil, however, killing people is pretty much where he draws the line, because reasons.
hey, just because he's a supervillain doesn't mean he doesn't have standards.
Nice timing on the sarcasm.
Thanks, that's what I'm best at.
So Dr. Horrible consoles with Moist, who doesn't help much, and later seeks advice from Penny on what he should do. Penny sings a melody for advice, and he should just keep his head up and follow through on what he thinks is best. Afterwards, Captain Hammer drops by to let Penny know that he talked to the mayor into signing off on a new homeless shelter.
Not only that, but Captain Hammer knows Billy is Dr. Horrible, and, like the super jock he is, rubs it in that he's going to bang Penny later that night because he knows full well that Billy has a crush on her.
She's giving it up hard, because she's with Captain Hammer. And these are not the hammer. The hammer is my penis.
Yeah, I get it.
And with that said, Billy now realizes that he must set his sights on Captain Hammer in order to join the Evil League.
And what I have to say is one of the best songs in this entire musical, Brand New Day. A sense of revigoration and purpose into knowing full well what needs to be done in order to achieve your goals and to show everyone that you're not the laughing stock on the block anymore.
I'm with you on that one. It serves as both a great villain song and a great song in general for getting you pumped up. In an alternate universe, there would be a training montage playing over this song, though I do have to admit, it is missing one major thing. Guitar solo.
As this song ends, a new tune begins with everyone praising Captain Hammer for his heroic deed. Dr. Horrible assembles his death ray for tonight as Captain Hammer delivers a speech to the crowd and sings about how everyone is a hero in their own way, serenading his fans by making them do the wave until...
Surprise, motherfucker!
Aha! The mad villain has finally triumphed. Now all he needs to do now is finish him off and...
Why can't they see what I see?
finish
Why
him
can't
off
they
by...
hear the lies? Maybe the fees
Really?
too pricey for
Well, singing supervillains who also monologue can be very time-consuming.
I guess so. Oh, look at that. It seems like Captain Hammer just so happens to break out the freeze ray and gets the upper hand on the mad scientist. Go figure.
The captain finally decides to end his nemesis, using Dr. Horrible's own death ray against him. However, it overloads from when it got damaged earlier and explodes in the superhero's face. As Captain Hammer whines and runs away like a big baby, the Doc notices some of the shrapnel hit Penny and goes to comfort her as she dies from her mortal wound.
Billy? Is that you?
Penny, hold on. Oh no, no.
Are you alright?
Hold on.
It's okay. It's okay. Captain Hammer will save us.
Oof, even in her final moments of life, Billy still gets friend-zoned.
However, he does accomplish his goal in not only taking a life on accident, but also taking out his superhero arch nemesis in front of the press, which is like extra street cred in the supervillain world, which automatically gives him instant membership to the Evil League of Evil and a seat at their table.
Now the nightmare's real, and I won't feel a thing.
He'll be fine.
You think so?
It's been well over a decade, and besides, he managed to get himself a cameo appearance at the Emmy Awards the year after that.
Thank you, Neil. This is really exciting. You know, we're often asked, Zach...
Huh, so he really did get over Penny that quickly.
Indeed he did. So, what did you think about this short film, my man?
Well...
Honestly, I quite enjoyed it. For a project that was clearly created in a low budget, it's clear that there was a lot of heart put into it, something you can't honestly say about every low budget project. The acting is fine, especially in those extended takes. Seriously, as a small-time reviewer myself, I have trouble doing takes that are over 30 seconds. And of course, the songs themselves are all very well written and kitschy as hell. The one complaint I do have with it is, honestly, that it's too short. I'd have loved to have seen this as a full-length project.
As it is, though, I can see it becoming a cult classic like Repo: A Genetic Opera or Phantom of the Paradise.
Spoilers for my next review.
What do you think, Mag?
Not bad. Not bad at all. As for what I think, what I enjoyed most about this film is, of course, the musicals. They're witty, delightful, and quite catchy. I also enjoyed the comedy in here, even though most of it fell a little flat at times. It did make up for it with the main plot, which flowed real natural throughout this entire video. And we're not the only people who enjoyed this flick. After all, after its reception, it did receive multiple awards, as well as a lot of positive reviews from the general audience out there. However, not everyone seemed to have enjoyed this film, as for one YouTuber in particular, who goes by the name Dr. Steele, noted that there were a few similarities between his character and the main protagonist of Dr. Horrible, which led to a little bit of a light controversy, and by that I do mean that Dr. Steele did try to sue this production company for his likeness rights, and the judge pretty much threw this out almost immediately, seeing as how it was a bit of a stretch, seeing as there are a lot of generic mad scientists out there, both in television and film, who fit these likenesses and personalities. But as it stands right now, I give this viral piece of internet classic a solid 4.5 out of 5. And with that said, it is once again time to conclude this episode by saying thank you very much for watching, and if you guys like what you see, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that yada 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 yada. Same old self-promo ad, different review day, as always.
Who is that?
No, man. Thanks again for the collaboration. I'll talk to you later.
Sure, no problem, man. Take care.
Let's see, we're back to this again. So, are we gonna have another throwdown? If it's another rumble that you're looking for, I can assure you, I'd be more than happy to oblige.
Enough, Maxeno. Today we talk business.
Go on now.
Business as to why the three of us are here and what will happen going forward.
Look, whatever you guys are planning right now, I'm just gonna let you know it's not gonna work at all.
Oh, I'm afraid that the wheels are already in motion, even as we speak.
What are you talking about? Have you checked Twitter lately? Hashtag change the channel? Yeah, that's what I thought. The boss's plan is already happening, and at this point, your kind is pretty much beyond fractured and divided at this point. What are you talking about, my kind? I'm just an internet critic who pretty much reviews dumb videos. That's exactly what we're talking about, the internet critics!
It wasn't easy, for you see, there are a lot of communities on the internet. Bloggers, pranksters, commentators, building up their own personal group and community, and it is my job to tear them apart. I tend to work in the shadows, gathering as much intel as I can about their personal secrets. And when the time is right, that is when I make my move.
So, this is what you guys have been building up to? Your grand master plan is pretty much to divide the entire Channel Awesome community?
It is one phase of a much grander scale. For you see, whenever the online critic community comes together, they always manage to stop whatever evil threatens the reviewiverse.
Yeah, it's pretty much what they do. But not this time.
Everyone has secrets, dark secrets, that they do not want to come to light. And there are those other content creators who know about what these secrets are and come to an ultimatum asking themselves, should I come out with the truth? And I come out from the shadows with but a whisper in their ear. Yes.
And that is where the house of cards for the Channel Awesome community pretty much begins to crumble. Starting at the bottom with Mars Girl, Lupa, and Lindsay Ellis. And then it all goes tumbling down with everyone else pretty much spilling their guts onto social media. Quite ingenious, if you ask me. You son of a bitch. You caused all of this.
Oh please, I did not do anything. They did. I just merely made a response in the back of their minds.
But why?
I needed the critics to divide themselves and out of my way as I seized control of a certain rift in the space-time continuum, which will bend the reviewiverse to my will.
Great! World domination. That's pretty much what you're up to. Very typical. Typical indeed.
You must have me mistaken for an insano.
Hey!
Or a would-be dictator. I am not going to rule a world. I am going to control an entire realm. This realm, to be precise.
So go on and do that. Why even bother with either one of us to begin with? That's what I told him.
The rift can only be controlled if one were to possess 3 keys. No more, no less.
Hey, that ring looks familiar.
Ah, yes. It should. It was one of the candidates that you had an encounter with a while back.
You remember those creepy-looking dudes who always spoke funny? Son of a bitch. You set me up with all those creatures I had to fight. Algorith, the Cringe Serpent, Matt Haas. Actually, Matt Haas wasn't one of them. He was pretty much your typical prick on YouTube. Oh, well, that makes sense.
If you must know, when you slayed Algorith and took his ring, I knew that you were going to be a problem. So I dispatched Grumpy Cat to strike, but you managed to defend yourself once more. As you hired that freelancer to track me down, I will admit I was beginning to feel the pressure, which is why I kidnapped Locke. After our brief scuffle, I knew you would go looking for him, so I brought in the Cringe Serpent, another formidable candidate, like myself, who laid out a trap and tortured you with a terrible movie. but you managed to break free and take him down as well. Quite impressive. However, when you hesitated in killing him, the little bastard and his loose lips was about to tell you everything about my plan with the critics. Of course, I could not allow for that to happen.
But that doesn't explain why you let me go.
After your third victory, I began to realize that there may be some potential within you. So I waited and observed. And last year, I could not afford to take any more distractions in locating the rift, which is why I needed an assistant, someone who thinks just like you, but for the most malicious of reasons.
Ta-da! Figures.
After Magsano acquired the rings from your house, I ordered him to distract you by going on a wild goose chase, making you think he was targeting other internet critics. But in reality, I needed you out of my way so I could find the rift.
Which I take it that you already have.
Indeed.
Alright, so you found the rift, but I take it that everything else is the same, which means you pretty much haven't done anything with it. And why is that exactly?
Like I said before, it takes 3 rings to open the rift, and the last one belongs to another candidate, which she will arrive in due time. But for now, the 3 of us must prepare for the upcoming battle which lies ahead.
And what makes you think I'm willing to help you out?
If you don't, then I will relay a dirty little secret to one of your haters on YouTube, who will no doubt make an expose video on you, which will cripple your reputation as a content creator.
Oh please, I'm pretty much an open book to all of my viewers on the internet.
Judy.
How did you know? He knows every dirty little secret, no matter how big or small the content creator is. Alright, fine, but this will be the last time. After that, you and I and this smelly-ass version of myself leave this realm once and for all, alright?
I would not have it any other way. Magsano, shall we?
You got it, boss. Oh, in the meantime, try to review more mainstream videos. After all, the more terrible and cringier the mainstream videos that you review, the stronger that you will get when we take on the final candidate. See ya! So you really think I smell that bad?
It would not kill you to tidy yourself up every once in a while. For starters, shave that damn neck beard.
Alright.